Hey students, in 318 I've got this audio video channel going, and I want to just review what you're doing in week 4. For one thing, you're going to be dividing into groups for your online discussion, and there are 2 roles: presenter roles, responder roles. The presenters have a formal report due on an assigned topic by Tuesday night. The responders have to follow up by Thursday night with 2 short substantive messages that are a bit more formal than the ones we did in week 3. Okay, that's the discussion assignment. You also have 2 quizzes to do, one due on Tuesday night, one due on Thursday night, and then you're doing the self-evaluation of your Memo 1. Now, don't forget that you're doing your analysis by comparing what you did to the 2 sample memos I gave you. Okay, that's a core part of the story that you're going to be telling me. The other part of the story is what you fill out on the evaluation form for yourself. Now, your goal is not to try to get the best grade possible, because ultimately I end up giving the grade. But you don't want to downgrade yourself too much. You want to give yourself a fair grade. Usually, 80% of the students on this assignment give themselves a grade, and I end up either keeping that grade or adding a little bit to it. The other 20% tend to overrate themselves, and I knock down their grade quite a bit sometimes. Alright, so give a fair grade, be critical. This is self-regulated learning, and for this to work, you really have to think about what you did right, as well as what you didn't do so well, and what you learned. Alright, in the report that you have to email me by Thursday night, attaching a copy of your Word document with the evaluation form, that plain text email has to be like my instructions to you. That is, it's got to be sent without using bold, without using different font sizes, without using fancy bullets. It's what we call plain text, but you can still use informative headings, you can still use lists, you can still set it up the way I set up my instructions email to you, so that it's much easier to read than a solid block of text. The point is to get you thinking about how important it is to structure information and use headings effectively, regardless of whether you have fancy formatting options available. Alright, so you're going to email me that message. It's going to be graded along with the evaluation form, and I'm going to use the same criteria for the Memo 1. That is, all of those descriptors that you read in that evaluation form, I'm going to be applying to the plain text message you send to me, and half the grade is going to be for the diligence and care with which you fill out that evaluation form. Alright, if you have any questions about this, just send me an email. We could also set up a video conference like this if you want. We could use chat. Gmail has voice chat as well as video chat. There are lots of ways we can communicate. You can always just shoot me an email, of course, and usually, I'd say 80% of the time, I get an answer back to you pretty quickly. Alright, take care, do a good job this week, and we'll move on to the next phase.